In this video, I'll be explaining question 5 of homework 1. So the question is that suppose 100 people are waiting for a blood test for a kind of disease. The probability that for one person the test result is positive is zero point 0.1, and we have two test methods. So the first method is that we test each person one by one. So in this case we'll have to do 100 tests. The second method is that we divide 100 people into groups of 10. These will be 10 groups, and then we mix the 10 people's blood. So for each group we have 10 people, and we mix their blood and test that mixture. If the result is negative, then we know that everyone in the group is negative, but in case the result is positive, then we'll have to test these 10 people's blood individually. So in that case we'll have 1 plus 10. 1 is for that particular group, and 10 is the test for each individual. So that will be 11 tests. So we have to find on average the number of tests that we need to do by the second method. So we know for the first method we have number of tests as 100 because it's given we test each person one by one. For the second method we can have two cases. So when the blood test negative, we know that no one in the group is positive. We can just do one test and be sure about it. But if the blood test positive for a particular group, then we'll have to do 11 tests. So to find the average number of tests for each group, we can say we'll have to consider both of these cases. So the total probability will be probability that the blood test negative times the total number of tests when the blood tests negative, plus the second case, which is probability that blood tests positive times number of tests when blood tests positive. So the probability that blood tests negative can also be written as this the probability that all the people, that is all 10 people in the group, are negative. So probability that all 10 people are negative times number of tests when blood test negative, which is equal to 1, we can see from this, plus probability of one or more people are positive. Basically probability that blood test positive, when will this happen? This will happen when either one or more than one people in the group are positive. So we can say that it's probability one or more people are positive times the number of tests when blood test positive, which is 11. So whenever blood test positive, we'll have to do 11 tests, so we multiplied with that. Now in order to find two probabilities, let's see how we can do it. So we are given in the question that probability that one person is positive is 0.1. Since probabilities sum up to 1, we can say that probability that a person is negative, it will be 1 minus 0.1, which is 0.9. Now probability that all 10 people are negative, that will be 0.9 into 0.9 10 times, because all people are negative. So that will be 0.9 to the power 10. Probability that one or more people are positive, so to find this, we can say that since probabilities sum up to 1, the probability that one or more people are positive will be 1 minus probability that no one is positive, or in other words 1 minus probability that all 10 people are negative. And we have already calculated the probability that all 10 people are negative, so that is 0.9 to the power 10. So probability that one or more people are positive is simply 1 minus 0.9 to the power 10. And we'll plug in these values in this equation. So we will get average test for each group as 0.9 to the power 10 into 1, which is number of tests when blood test negative, plus 1 minus 0.9 to the power 10, which is the probability that one or more people are positive, times 11, which is number of tests when blood tests positive. So from this we get 7.5132. This is the average test for each group. Now we have to find average test for 10 groups. So since there are 10 groups, we can just simply multiply this value with 10 and 75.132. So this is the final answer.